I'm Medicine Turtle, and I'm here with
Henry Red Cloud.
Henry Red Cloud. He's the 5th generation descendant, I think, right, of Chief Red Cloud, of the last great Lakota war leader. Henry here has been doing a lot of good things here in Indian country, and he's got a Lakota solar project.
We have a training facility here. We teach all walks of life, all nations on the implementation of solar. Installation, manufacturing, and technical support that they need.
I cannot express how important this is. I mean, I've spent a couple days here with Henry. I've known him for about 10 years. He's been instrumental in helping the Lakota people in every project, from the buffalo to building houses to warming houses and installing solar energy. But Henry needs more support. I mean, I've been here for a few days, and I mean, I can tell you it's very, very cold. I don't even know how that they survive here. Some people don't have clothing and or anything else. This is where Henry comes in at.
Yeah, I've been all of the things that we've been in existence now for 15 years. 15 years doing this, helping to bring up the quality of life for the Lakota people. All being land-based, projects, because Lakota people are earth people. Our ceremonies, our language, our song, our dance, all coexist with the earth and all the natural, gifts. So we in turn utilize something that we understand here in our heart and our spirit, and then we take it and then we become sustainable. We start to work on our own economy here on the Pine Ridge Reservation. We start to create jobs. We start to create healthier generations. My grandfather, Machbialuta, he put into motion that upon 7 generations we're going to be able to live in harmony and balance. And now, today, me being the 5th descendant, I was led to understand and realize that I was the grandfather of the 7th generation, the sacred generation that the ancestors talked about. So with what we're doing here has a positive effect for people from the very young to the very old. Each of them benefit. Everything needs to come from the people within in order to change something. Many things have been brought to the attention of Native Americans. We like to be called by our tribal names. So Native American isn't right. We don't see it that way. We like to be called Lakota. And all of this stuff is helping with the way of life here, because it's something that we understand, and it's honoring the old way, and then looking to create our own future. We've been through so many bad, terrible things since the turn of the 1800s. Wars, nation-to-nation wars, and a changing of the way of life for the Lakota happened really fast. So quite not understanding then, talking about the 7th, generation. The 7th sacred, generation. So with that, we want to look to another 7th generation. We want to set that in motion, not only come in here because the 7th generation, they're here now. They're crawling amongst it on the floor. They're starting to walk on the earth and that. But we want to ensure another 7th generation, not only for Lakota, but all walks of life. Every human that lives on the Mother Earth, we want to ensure another 7th generation. That way we all live in harmony, balance. We're all one big Tioshbaye, like the Great Spirit wants us to be, being related. So it's my hope, my vision, my dream as my ancestors to instill this and bring it forward. So with your help, we can do this. We can do this. We can make that change. We can make a positive change.
I've seen this also, Henry, from where I live at in the Appalachian Mountains, which actually is one of the poorest places in America, in a little native village where I lived at. It's really poverty, but I mean, we have housing and we have heating.
Yeah.
But here, I see that many people don't even have heating, they don't have electricity, they don't have anything. I mean, the house is about ready to fall apart.
Yeah.
And 5 or 6 families, you can imagine that, are living in one place. And this is what Henry's trying to make a difference. He's trying to build homes, and he has a block system, right?
Yeah, we have, I traveled to your country in 2000, to Deutschland. And I saw your house, your housing. And you made your houses of block. And some of the houses, they're 700 to 800 years old. And they're still occupied. You're still living in them. So that was very impressive to me. And the way that they're constructed is very efficient and very strong. So I brought that home. And today we make earthen block. We take earth and we mix Portland and we hydraulically we smash the brick and we make a nice building block for homes using our natural, environmentally friendly resource that we have here, it's the earth. We use her to build very efficient homes like the Deutsch people. And we live happy and we save money and we start to build our economy.
It's very difficult here on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. I mean, I see vast numbers. I mean, I've traveled myself around the world, and you have done some too, but I've never seen poverty of this nature, especially in the United States, one of the richest countries in the world. They have abandoned this place. I mean, this is really bad that they have abandoned. I went to other reservations throughout the United States, and they have so much money.
Yeah.
But Pine Ridge, one of the beautiful holy places, is sitting out here, and they can't get anything.
Yeah.
So this is where Henry comes in at, and he's trying to do all that he can do. I mean, me and him work together in Europe, and he's brought good things here to Pine Ridge, but it's just not enough. So this is where Henry's coming back to ask again.
Yeah. And then to rekindle my friendships and see my good friends as well as make new friends. And we can do this together.
We're asking companies, people to reach down in their heart. And if you want to donate to a nonprofit, Henry's got a way to do that.
Yeah.
So, just talk to him there. If you have a big company and you want to put it into a nonprofit, Henry can work that out.
Yeah. So, as well as the things that Medicine Turtle and I are, talking about, you can also find out and ask Grandpa Google. Grandpa Google, he'll send you millions of sites. But if you ask him about Henry Reckloud, Pine Ridge, these things that we're talking about is actually, it's very true. Our unemployment, the heating, our living conditions, the housing, the sickness, the health issues, all of these things are going to be there. So you can do your research. You can see how exactly what Medicine Turtle's saying and I'm, talking about. You can see that, and look to us. Look over to us whenever you may have €5 in your pocket. Look to us. We can sure use that. That way, eventually, with your support, we'll be self-sustaining. We won't need any support because we'll be doing it ourselves. And that's healing of a nation, rebuilding of a nation. And this here 21st century way, I think that's what my grandfather, Makwialutha, talked about within this 7th generation.
I think that there's no excuse for people to help. We're all one nation, many colors, and Henry here works with everyone. I mean, he works with me. I'm part Cherokee. I come here, he gives me a place to sleep, food to eat. He doesn't ask me for anything. But I know that he needs something for all of that. And he has programs of travel and stuff like that. People want to come here and share and eat together with him and his family. This is all available here at the Pine Ridge. And he invites you in his house, like, no questions asked, just come on in, relax. Stay with the Lakota.
Yes, please look at our website, lakotasolar.com. Within there, you'll find our training facility, what we do around housing. What we do with the housing is put the housing back into the people's hands. We let them build it. We give them the technical support, and we help them to build their own house. Which creates a ownership, and they respect that home and they take care of it, and because it's going to last for 700-800 years. So.
Now, I mean, Henry's a man I know that I've worked with him in the years past, and I worked with your brother Alfred, that he doesn't take anything. He gives it all to his people. Every dollar that he gets, he installs heaters free of charge to families that do not have money for heating systems, and he puts his people to work. This is another thing. With the employment here is, I don't know, it's pretty heavy.
Employment here is 89%.
89%.
89% of the people is not working.
Hope.
I hope.